Monstera Deliciosa is one of my all-time favorite tropical plant. The amount of beauty it brings to the home is incredible. It is modern, trendy and goes beautifully with any indoor settings. This climbing evergreen plant is an easy to grow and favorite of many interior designers. Its huge, stunning leaves play a vital role in creating jungle-like composition inside the home. For wow effect, place this plant in nice catch pot or boho style basket. It will definitely make a statement in your home interior. It develops aerial roots as it matures, making it very easy plant to trim and propagate. I already made a few videos on Monstera Plant Care tips and their propagation methods. But I am getting several DMs saying that why my Monstera is not growing, why its growth is slow and what could be the reasons. So today I will be sharing some of the main reasons that can cause Monstera to stop growing and what you need to do to get things back on track. The Monstera Deliciosa is tropical vine known for its aggressive fast growth. In the wild, Monstera can easily reach up to 60 feet high, while indoors they won't be that vigorous. But happy Monstera plant can put out a lot of growth in short period of time. This is the same plant cutting that I used for my Monstera plant propagation video, and within a few months see its growth. It develops 2 leaves a month from each node. If you have noticed that your Monstera is not growing, then it's time to investigate. Monstera will stop growing for many reasons, but most of these problems are related to its basic needs. And thankfully, these problems are mostly easy to fix. Monstera that don't receive enough light tend to stop growing. When they do produce new growth, they can develop small leaves without splits or fenestration. Move your Monstera closer to window or keep it in shaded balcony. Ideally, Monstera needs at least 4 to 5 hours of bright indirect light a day. The plant needs to be close to window or outdoor in bright shade, but not in direct sunlight. Direct sunlight can burn the leaves and cause the plant to wilt. I keep changing the location of my Monstera plant. Sometimes I keep in my shaded balcony and sometimes next to the window in our living room. South, east or west facing windows are ideal for keeping Monstera indoors. While Monstera is tolerant of lower light conditions, but as result you will notice leggy and slow growth. So for fast growth, keep Monstera in bright indirect light. Many times I get asked why my Monstera is not forming splits or holes on its leaves. This can be caused by many factors, but generally it means that your plant doesn't have ideal conditions. Check in with the amount of light and water it is receiving and adjust accordingly. Remember, Monstera leaf splits commonly only in the plant's mature leaves and only if the plant is placed in ideal conditions. If your plant is receiving plenty of light but no splits, just be patient. Right amount of watering is one of the common problems that people struggle with when it comes to Monstera. To fix this problem and get your Monstera growing properly again, adjust your watering schedule. Water your Monstera when the top inch of the soil is dry. Watering should be done thoroughly instead of lightly. Also consider aerating the soil in pot by loosening the top few inches of the soil at regular intervals. This will allow absorbing the water and nutrients by the roots. I water my Monstera once a week. Again, it depends on the season. Regular feeding is very essential if you need fast, vigorous and lush growth in your Monstera. As we plant it in pot in limited space, not like the forest, they grow in the ground where the plant roots spread wide in search of nutrients. Also, frequent watering drains away the essential nutrients from the soil. Monstera is known for its huge significant leaves, so it would be nice to put nitrogen rich fertilizers like vermicompost or any water soluble fertilizer. You can use fish emulsion or seaweed solution. Following the package instruction for dilution and application. Dilution should be done carefully because too much fertilizer can burn the roots and potentially kill the plant. I put seaweed solution every 2 months. If you are adding vermicompost, then add handful of vermicompost every month. Before adding vermicompost, I would suggest first scrape off the few top inches of soil with the help of kurpi and then mix the compost with soil. This will allow well mixing and nutrient absorption. Replacing your plant's old soil with new fresh soil is another way of adding nutrients. New potting mix should be well draining and rich in nutrients. It should be done during the repotting of your Monstera. If you haven't repotted your Monstera in long time and it has stopped growing, it may be because your plant has become root bound. The term root bound means that your Monstera's roots have filled its pot, pushing the soil out of the way. Root bound plants can't absorb water because there is not enough soil for the water to soak into. In this situation, you need to repot your Monstera in new pot. Select a pot which is 2 to 4 inches larger than its old pot and add new fresh nutrient rich well draining soil. At the time of repotting, provide new fresh nutrient rich soil and trim some roots and foliage. To avoid your Monstera becoming root bound, repotting should be done about every 2 years. For this plant I need to do repotting soon, so at that time I will make a separate detailed video on Monstera repotting. Pests are another reason that can stop growth of the Monstera plant. Mealybugs and spider mites are the most common pests for Monstera. Mealybugs are small white bugs that leave web-like maze on the underside of the stems and leaves. Spider mites are much smaller and can be hard to see with naked eye. For mealybugs, dip the tip of the cotton swab into rubbing alcohol and swab each pest you see with rubbing alcohol. Follow this with some diluted neem oil spray and after a few hours, wash the leaves to get rid of their sap and residues. For spider mites, I would suggest using an organic pesticide. You can get them online. I will put some links in the description box. So these are a few basic reasons when there is an issue with a Monstera growth, and I guess they are easy to fix. One more thing, in the jungle Monstera grows wild and lush green with leaves that spread to nearly 2 feet wide. Monstera needs lot of space, so I would suggest keeping it in statement making spot rather than in tight corner. Give it ample space to help it stay healthy and look beautiful. Another pro tip is Monstera is a tropical climbing plant that has aerial roots and it grows vertically on the trees in the rainforest. So it would be nice if you provide some support like moss stick to replicate the natural growing environment at home. They provide moisture, nutrient and humidity via aerial roots. Moss sticks make them stronger, stimulate natural habitat and develop large leaves. And that's all for today's video. I hope you find this video helpful. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Till then, take care and happy gardening.